I bought this Asetek SimSports Elastomer kit for my MLCPC load cell brake pedal, because while that upgrade to my sim rig has been immense, going from a Hall effect pedal to a load cell is a major upgrade. The distinct lack of travel in the pedal is a bit of a downside. I'm hoping that these inserts will be the ticket to a nicer pedal feel, and maybe even a little more travel, and most importantly, control. First though, why exactly do I have a set of fruit-coloured plastic here? Asetek's MLPC load cell brake upgrade isn't just a load cell. It's sort of a two-stage feel. At the base you'll find the load cell, the thing that converts the pressure to a reading, but above that you'll find this chunk of plastic. This is the elastomer, a slightly rubberized plastic that sits between the pedal and the load cell and acts as a bit of a force dampener. The one that comes with the load cell is the orange flavour, which is the second stiffest. This kit, which sets you back £40, comes with 5 options. Red, which is basically a solid block of plastic, orange, which isn't that much softer, yellow, which has a noticeable shift in elasticity, dark green, which is pretty squidgy, and olive, which is basically a bouncy ball. Interestingly, there seems to be a bit of a quality control issue, as 2 of the 5 elastomers don't have the chamfered edges that are meant to be there and are in all the promotional pictures, but anyway, that's the set that I got. My plan is to try them out and see what works, and maybe even try modifying one of the 2 orange ones that I've got, or now have, to see if that can make any improvements. So let's do just that, starting with how it is now. So this is the stock configuration for the load cell upgrade. If you want to have a look at the pedals, you can see that the clutch pedal, which is just the standard single spring, is pretty light. It's easy enough to use, but it's pretty light. The throttle pedal, there's more force to it. It's much nicer to use because this has the throttle upgrade and the standard spring, so it's a bit firmer. But the load cell pedal, yeah, so this is quite a lot. I have it calibrated to only about 60% of the maximum force that the load cell can handle. And let me just demonstrate. So I'm going to need to hold on and kind of brace myself into the seat here. So this is probably 10 or 15 kilos of force, you know, if I use my leg dyno as an adjustment, and we're at 10%. If I push harder, we're now at 50%. This is a lot of force. I can feel my quads definitely strained. To get to what is currently 100%, but is only actually about 60%, I need to really stress the chair and my foot. I am putting an awful lot of force in right at the top, and there is a bit of travel and a bit of movement, as you can see, but a lot of that movement is my entire body going backwards and just the pedal itself flexing, or the whole pedal plate flexing. So that is what the standard orange one looks like. I don't think that this red one is going to be much better for me, so I'm probably going to skip this one and we'll go to yellow next. But let's do a little bit of driving with this stock orange configuration and we'll see how that fares. So we are here in Le Mans Ultimate, which is the official FIA WECA World Endurance Championship title. It's incredibly difficult, it's pretty damn realistic, and it's also very difficult to give your driving best while also presenting the camera, caring about the feel of the brake pedal and the second camera that's over there. So I apologize that this will not be my best driving, but I'm gonna give it my best shot anyway. Now, what we've got here is, like I said, the standard insert, the orange elastomer, which is the second hardest of the kit. And as you can probably see in the various braking points, there isn't much travel, and I don't know how well it will come across as to how, how squished my foot gets on the pedal, but I am putting in a lot of force to get full braking. And it's quite difficult to actually modulate the amount of force when the total force is so high. So like I am really pinching myself into the seat here to be able to get that braking force. But to back off of that, to sort of trail brake into corners, can be very difficult when I'm not locking my leg out or knee out, but I'm getting close, and so it can be quite difficult to, well, trail brake in, because that was a terrible corner, and if I could trail brake better, maybe I would have got around there half a second faster. I know I can occasionally, but yeah, it can be a little difficult at times. You can also see on screen my inputs on the right in the gauge cluster, and you can see generally, like with the throttle, it's a lot easier for me to feed in the power gently, keep on the power and balance it through the corners, whereas with the brake, it's hard for me to put in a lot of pressure and then it's hard to sort of judge how much I'm taking off again. I have calibrated it a little funny, or changed the pedal mapping specifically, because if I just leave my foot here, this would be applying at least a little bit of braking pressure normally, and I like to be able to cover the brake. But because there's so little travel and the load cell is so sensitive, it picks up the brake pedal or brake pressure, and so I've sort of cut off the lower half, which does mean that it's a little more funky for that, but yeah, it can be a little difficult to modulate. So I think what I'll do is I'll finish this lap, and then I will swap to the next step down, which is the yellow elastomer, which is a little bit softer, a little bit more bouncy, and we'll see how that one handles instead. Right, so I have some news. I have swapped in the yellow one, so I now have the two orange ones, and I can already feel a bit of a difference in how the pedal feels, and I am liking it. I'm already liking it. This is great. I wasn't expecting so much improvement from just one step down in hardness, so this is great. Right, there feels like there is a little bit more travel to the pedal and a little bit more squish to the pedal. Feels like it's a bit more, I don't want to say linear, but it feels more forgiving to put more pressure in, and I like that. So let's jump back into Le Mans Ultimate and see how it handles. Right, so we're back in. Let's see how it feels. This is still the sort of first zone, but oh, that makes so much of a difference. I can't believe that. There feels like there's a lot more, like, I don't know, control in the lower end of the pressure. Obviously the final pressure doesn't change. I'm still putting in just as much force to brake as hard as I can, but the ability to sort of modulate feels like it's back a little bit more. I think I still will probably go down at least one more step in hardness to see how that feels, but this is already a pretty decent improvement, and I'm really happy about that. I do think I'm going to need to recalibrate it slightly, because it does kind of feel like the maximum force has gone down a little. I was definitely like wrenching my whole body to push the pedal before, and now it looks like I can get peak braking force without trying as hard, which I wasn't expecting to change. I genuinely can't believe just how much of a difference the different insert has made already, though. Only one step softer. That's crazy. Right, so if we have this much of a difference just with the yellow insert, the one step down, let's see what the dark green insert has to say for itself. Okay, so we're now on to the dark green, which is the second lightest, or 2 steps down from the stock configuration. And even just feeling the pedal here, I can feel some actual modulation, and like there's actually a bit of movement in the pedal now, which feels really nice. I'm excited. So let's get back into Le Mans Ultimate and see how it drives. Oh, yes. I can actually feel some amount of movement and control over the brake pedal while still having a pretty almost linear feel to how much force and travel I'm giving. I think the thing with the standard Hall effect pedal is that it's entirely how much travel you put into the pedal. How far you push your foot is how much braking force you get, but there's no proportional actual force you're putting in to do that. It's a linear-ish spring. So the more you push on the brakes, you don't get any extra feel out of it. With a load cell pedal, it is entirely how much force you put in, which is great. Except the actual experience of using the pedal means that load cells don't move much when you push on them. And for me, that has been a bit of a sticking point to how it feels to actually use. Because even in a real car, even with race brakes, I drove a Maserati MC Pura a couple months ago, that has carbon ceramic race brakes on it, and that is the same as what I'm feeling now. You get a bit of travel to the pedal as you push the fluid out of its way and into the caliper, but it's also how much force you put into the pedal determines how much braking force you get. And I'm really excited to finally have this feeling proper good. I'm also happy to report that it sure seems like with these different inserts, the amount of force required to reach what was my maximum has actually gone down, which I wasn't expecting. I'm putting way less force in to get the same force, braking force now, which means I need to recalibrate it. But I think that also means I should have a bit more sort of control, basically. I'll be able to actually feel the brakes a little bit, which is really nice. I'm excited. I think this is the one that I will end up being happiest with, but for the sake of fake science, I'm gonna stick the olive one, the light green one in, and see how that one feels, if that's better, or if we've slipped over the edge and into worse, but in a different way. So we've got the final olive colored one in there now, and it is surprisingly squishy. Like, you should be able to see on the foot cam, like, just putting a little bit of pressure, which according to my original calibration would be 30 or 40% of actual braking output, I'm barely pushing on it. And if I push to what is currently 100%, we're nowhere near full travel yet. You can absolutely put some more force in and go a lot further. This feels a lot more like a regular brake pedal. So much so that I think I'm gonna have to actually recalibrate this to apparently 84%. And that feels a lot better, yeah. All right, let's jump back into the Mon Ultimate and we'll see. Oh, yes. Oh, I went really deep on that corner because I was enjoying it too much. Yeah, this is better. I don't know whether the slightly softer one with this better calibration would be better, but I can absolutely modulate the brake pedal a lot better already. I can feel that there's a bit of travel and force going in to how much pressure I'm putting into the brakes. This is already so much better than before. Oh, yes. And I think this is even, sorry, I'm going off the road because I'm enjoying it. This is with the slightly odd, dead pressure calibration. So yeah, I think with a bit more fine tuning, I can absolutely make this work and make this feel a lot more like a real brake pedal. All right, let's do a little lap and see how we do. I didn't bleed the pressure off in time. I'm not used to having so much travel to the pedal that I can actually bleed pressure off by moving my foot. It's gonna take me a second to get used to this because it's, for me, I feel a little bit more realistic. I do wonder if perhaps the darker green, slightly stiffer one is actually better, because while this provides a lot of travel, it also feels maybe a little too mushy. There's maybe a little bit too much sort of squidge to it rather than feel, I guess. I don't know. There's definitely a bit of a learning curve here. I can say that it's miles better than the standard one though, at least for my setup, how I like to drive, all that sort of stuff, so yeah. I think this is a very worthwhile investment if you have a Asetek upgraded brake pedal, so they're Thorpe, the hydraulic system, or this MLCPC load cell kit. for any of their upgrade setups, the Initium like this one, but also the Invicta and Forte, I think. They also have these same elastomer inserts. So yeah, if you're looking for a way to make your pedals feel a little bit more, to me, realistic, for 40 quid, this seems like pretty decent value. I am very happy with my purchase, let's say that. I wasn't expecting these little inserts to make so big a difference to the driving feel. It's very difficult for me to convey in words just how big a difference this slightly rubberized plastic insert is compared to even one step below or 2 steps below in particular. I think that the third step, the olive green one, is maybe a little too squishy for my liking. It's a little too, just a little too mushy almost. I want a little bit more feedback, and so I think I'm going to be swapping this dark green one back in. But other than that, I cannot believe how much of a difference this has made. I have been really enjoying using my racing sim, but the brake pedal has definitely been a point of contention for me. It's so much better to be able to use force instead of travel for your brake pedal. It gives you a much better sense of how you're actually driving. It's much more realistic as well. But this orange one that comes stock is just so stiff. It is barely moving, as you hopefully saw from the sort of top-down camera. There is very little travel, and what travel there is mostly flex in the entire mount and assembly. It's the whole thing bending and bowing rather than this insert squishing. And for me, that's just not ideal. These slightly softer ones, in fact, this dark green one is really, really good. And yeah, after I'm done, I'm going to be sticking this in. And I'm going to be enjoying me some Le Mans Ultimate, some Assetto Corsa, some Dirt Rally, and just having fun with this thing. Of course, those are my thoughts, but I'd love to hear yours in the comments down below. If you have a sim racing rig, even if you don't have this setup, do you have a load cell pedal? And if you do, is the sort of elastomer part that's in there switchable? Have you tried changing it up? Does it come with it from the factory? Let me know in the comments, because this has been a pretty interesting voyage of discovery for me to find out just how much of a difference these things can make. And yeah, if you do want one of these yourself, I'll leave a link to it in the description down below to Overclockers UK, who are both an affiliate for me and where I bought this from. And yeah, otherwise, if you want to be able to sort of build your own stuff like this, I have a full guide on how I built this setup myself in the end cards and on the cards above. And yeah, otherwise, hit the subscribe button, see more videos possibly like this one. More sim rig stuff, maybe, if I do some more upgrades. And yeah, otherwise, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, we'll see you all in the next video.